listeners sa Camarines Norte. 100.5 Cool Radio News FM. 100.5 Cool Radio News FM. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, nasa puso ang paglilingkod. Cool Radio News FM, ang tunay na number 1 sa mga Kamnortenyo.
Paaralan sa Radyo. Paaralan sa Radyo. Paraan para matuto. Paaralan sa Radyo. Halina't mag-aral tayo. Paaralan sa Radyo. Hatid ng Dep Ed Camarines Norte sa mga batang Kamnortenyo. Halika na, makinig tayo.
That's a good idea!
DWEN-FM 100.5 Cool Radio. Our time now is already 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Paaralan sa Radyo. Paaralan sa Radyo. Paraan para matuto. Paaralan sa Radyo. Halina't mag-aral tayo. Paaralan sa Radyo. Hatid ng Dep Ed Camarines Norte sa mga batang Kamnortenyo. Halika na, makinig tayo.
That's a good idea!
Magandang buhay, Camarines Norte. Hello, dear listeners, especially to grade 6 learners. Welcome to another exciting episode of Paaralan Sa Radyo, an interactive radio program which provides comprehensive and enjoyable learning experiences in mathematics. We are very happy to be with you this afternoon as we guide and help you learn in these trying times. I am your host, Teacher Emily, from Dugongan Elementary School, together with Sir Ronel Vidibera from Anita V. Romero. Before we start our fun-filled lesson, please make sure that you are comfortable in your study area and free from any distractions. Check if you have your paper with you along with a pen so you can write the important information and follow our step-by-step discussion and activities. Please put your cell phones in silent mode so you can concentrate and grasp all the needed information in today's lesson. Are you ready? Great! Let's start! Our lesson for today will focus on the discussion on calculated speed, distance, and time. You may interact with our discussion by sharing your ideas and answering questions through the comment box in our Facebook, which is Paaralan Sa Radyo, Dep Ed Camarines Norte, or you may also send your messages through Facebook Messenger or through short messages. Our mobile phone number is 0948-2688-918. I'll repeat, 0948-2688-918. So, what are we waiting for? Let us continue and reach your knowledge in mathematics subject, dear grade 6 learners. We are lucky to have with us this day because 2 of the most promising teachers in the division of Camarines Norte are here live to share their expertise about the topic. We have here our teacher, Ma'am Wilma Sabales from Daat Elementary School, and Sir Arthur Alila from UP Tibes. They will serve our source speakers in this episode, and welcome to the program, sir, and thank you for coming over. And I guess they are now ready to listen and acquire new knowledge today. Let's now begin the discussion. Let's do this, sir and madam.
Okay, thank you, Mom. It's another healthy Wednesday, everyone, especially to our grade 6 students. Again, today is another episode in Mathematics 6, meaning new learnings, new knowledge that will bring us to them.
Right? How are you, learners? This is our second time, Teacher Wilma. My dear
Yes.
students, did you remember our first episode? That was visualizing and describing different solid figures.
And you know, Teacher Art, according to our listeners, they learned a lot in that lesson. That's why their learning activity sheets, week 1, outputs passed on time.
That's right. Did you remember the discussion last Wednesday? Almost 90% of pupils submitted on time.
Wow, very excellent. Well, today is another exciting episode to be heard by our listeners. By the way, I'm Teacher Wilma.
And I'm Teacher Art. We will be your mathematics teachers for today.
Since we are always advised to stay at home, we are hoping that everyone is safe and doing fine right now.
Yes, Teacher Wilma. With this, we always encourage our dear students to listen us while learning. They can get their paper and pen and take down important terms or idea while they are listening. So, what is our hot pot that we will be serving to our listeners, Teacher Wilma?
Okay, dear students, our topic for this afternoon will be calculate speed, distance, and time.
Wow! We have a very interesting topic to discuss with. Very timely then. Then we can apply this in our real daily life, in our situation. Katulad ngayon, last week, nakaranas tayo nung bagyong Bising. Although hindi tayo
Yes.
dinaanan, pero kung siguro may idea tayo, mas mauunawaan natin yung dinidiscuss ng radio broadcaster sa forecasting nila sa DOST, no? So kahit kasi summer ngayon, may bagyo tayo, no? So and speaking of summer, Teacher Wilma, have you ever tried biking? Kasi yan yung uso ngayon.
Yes, Teacher Art. During Saturday and Sunday, I ride my bike with my friends. And speaking of this, we can apply it in calculating speed, distance, and time during our biking time.
Yes, Teacher Wilma, you are right. But before we proceed with our discussion, let us first unlock the meaning of the unfamiliar words that we will encounter or constantly hear in our discussion. Students, are you ready?
I know they are ready. So, the first term is speed. Speed is a scalar quantity that refers to how fast an object is moving.
Again, speed is a scalar quantity that refers to how fast an object is moving. Kung gaano daw kabilis yung isang bagay, ganun ba, Teacher Wilma?
Yes, correct, Teacher Arthur. So, how about the average speed?
The average speed is a measure of a distance traveled in a given period. It is sometimes referred to as the ratio.
So again, class, I repeat, average speed is a measure of the distance traveled in a given period. It is sometimes referred to as the ratio. So, we already defined what is the speed and the average speed. This time, what is distance? And you know what is distance, Teacher Art?
When we say distance, it is the amount of space between two objects or the state of being apart. So, yun yung
Yes.
tinutukoy na distance natin. Ano magkaiba kasi yung tinutukoy dun sa nakarang topic natin yung area o distance, yung area ang sinusukat. Pero this time, yung length kasi yung distance ng dalawang object yung pinag-usapan.
Layo ng dalawang bagay.
Yeah.
So, again, class, distance is the amount of the space between two objects or the states of being far apart. So, here's another one. The time. Time is a measured of or measurable period during which an action, process, condition exists or continues.
Alright, I will repeat, children. Time is the measured or measurable period during which an action, process, or condition exists or continues.
Yes, very good, Teacher Art. Now, let's start the discussion with the speed. Just like before, speed is the measurement of distance traveled, either fast or slow, by an object in a unit of time.
Ang ibig mong sabihin, Teacher Wilma, yung speed ay kung gaano kabagal o kabilis yung galaw ng isang bagay sa parehas na oras. Tama ba?
Yes, Teacher Art. By the way, we are going also to use the formula for getting the distance. So the formula, distance is equal to speed times the time.
Again, distance equals speed times time. So distance equals to speed times. And can we write this in capital letter by letter D for the distance, capital letter S for speed, and capital letter T for time. So we have now the D equals to S times T. Teacher Wilma, tama ba?
Yes, Teacher Art. So that is interesting. So you can give us an example. Can you please?
So, to find the distance, the speed and time must be given. And the formula to be used is distance times speed is equal to speed times time.
Yes, thank you, Teacher Art. So, how can you find the distance traveled of a car with a speed of 100 kilometers per hour after 4 hours of travel?
Okay. So, using the agon sa acronym for solving word problem. So, we have the A. So, what is being asked? So, gaano daw kalayo yung natakbo ng isang sasakyan sa bilis na 100 kilometers per hour. So, the given is 100 kilometers per hour. So, this is the
Given.
speed given. The next given is the time. How many times traveled? 4 hours. So, for our solution, so D is equal to S, the speed which is 100 times the time which is 4 because of 4 hours. So, 100 times 4 equals to 400 kilometers.
Wow, that's very amazing. You know, Teacher Art, I remember before pandemic, I traveled from Dep to Labo just to visit my relatives. So the driver traveled 15 minutes at the speed of 600 kilometers per hour. So, Teacher Art, what is the distance between Dep and Labo?
Okay, so you are asking for the distance, ma'am, ano? So,
yes.
We are going to use again the formula distance or D is equal to S times T, or distance equals to speed times time. But since, so the given there is minutes, so 15 minutes travel, so hindi hours yung nakalagay niya. So magkakaroon ng pagkakaiba dun sa unit of measurement ng time. So kailangan muna nating baguhin yung 15 minutes convert to hour.
Hours.
So 15 minutes divide by 60 because we have 60 minutes in 1 hour. So 15 divided 60 equals to 0.25 hours. Ano? Then we multiply it to 60 kilometers per hour, the speed. So we have now the 60 times 0.25 equals to 15 kilometers. So may mga shortcut din para although may formula tayo kasi yung mathematics kasi talaga napakaganda marami tayong paraan, bahala ka kung anong paraan mo gagawing ma-solve yung problema, pero ang mathematics may eksaktong sagot. Katulad nito, sabi niya sa bilis na 60 kilometers per hour, dun pa lang ma-imagine mo kung sa bawat isang oras ay 60 kilometers yung kanyang matatakbo. Ibig sabihin, bawat minuto may 1 kilometro siyang naaabot.
Yes, correct, Teacher Art.
So kung 15 minutes siyang tumatakbo, aabutin niya rin yung 15 kilometers. So hindi mo na kaya mag-multiply, isipin mo na agad, nandun ka na, 15 kilometers na.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Teacher Art, I have another example. Can you please calculate the distance if I drove from Dep to Kapalonga with 2 hours at 45 kilometers per hour?
Yes, Teacher Wilma. The same formula, D is equals to S times T, which is the time. So, 45 kilometers per hour. So, ibig sabihin, 45 kilometers for every hour. nag-travel ka ng 2 hours. So, 45 kilometers yung inabot mo. Ibig sabihin, ma'am, Teacher Wilma, 90 kilometers yung distance ng Dep to Kapalonga. Actually, naalala ko, Teacher Wilma, since yung island to island, from land to island, wala namang kilometer post doon, hindi makita, no?
Yes.
So, nung nakaraang holiday na Friday, nagkaroon kami ng outing kay mga kaibigan ko from Hinipaan to Caringo Island. So nagsakay kami ng boat. So siguro yung bilis ng bangka sa dagat 10 to 15 kilometers per hour lang yung bilis niya. So sa loob ng 45 minutes na travel namin, so may isip ko, makakalculate ko kung gaano kalayo pala, kasi using the formula distance equals speed, which is 10 kilometers per hour times time na 45 minutes, lalabas na 8 to 10 kilometers yung distance pala nung Caringo Island from Hinipaan.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
at
you.
alam mo, napaka-useful nitong topic natin, Teacher Wilma. Isa pa, ito, napaka-helpful nito, Teacher Wilma, lalo na sa iyo. Halimbawa, si boyfriend mo,
My
sabi
boyfriend.
ni Teacher Wilma, yung boyfriend niya, umuwi ka na dito sa bahay. Sabi ni boyfriend ni Teacher Wilma, sige, pauwi na ako, nandito na ako sa sentro ng Dep. Approximately 7 kilometers yung distance from Dep proper to Dugungan.
Yes, from
Dugungan si ma'am, di ba?
Yes po.
So, average speed natin dito sa siguro may idea na din si Teacher Wilma, average speed ng asawa ko 50 kilometers ang bilis
50
niyan,
kilometers.
average mula sa
Dep
so kung
hanggang sa bahay.
50 kilometers yung bilis ni boyfriend ko from sentro ng Dep to Dugungan, dapat within 14 to 15 minutes nandito ka na. Bakit inabot ka ng 20 minutes? So ibig sabihin, baka may pinuntahan yung
May
boyfriend
dinaan.
mo. Oo. 4 minutes o 4 kilometers to 5 kilometers from Dep pa, mas malayo pa siya ng 4. Baka ba yung 4 kilometers away from Dep? Pwedeng Basod? Malayo na. Ang pinakamalapit yata, Bagasbas.
Pwede.
So, anong
Gusto
gagawin
ko
mo,
yan.
Ma'am Teacher Wilma? Tingnan mo kung may buhangin yung gulong ng motor, So napaka-helpful, So, practical, natin sa paggamit
apply
ng
na
mga
real situation
topic
ba?
natin na ganito,
So, thank you, Teacher Art. So, very satisfying. I know our listeners gain lots of knowledge about getting the distance. So, take note, class. In getting the distance, we have to use the equation D is equal to S times T. Means, D stands for the distance, S stands for the speed, and T for time. Now, let's move on, Teacher Art. How about speed? How can we compute the speed of a moving object? Do we have also formula for this?
Okay, yes, Teacher Wilma. In speed, the formula is speed equals to distance divided by time.
So, again, class, speed is equal to the distance divided by time. Very clear, students?
Okay, I'll repeat, Teacher Wilma. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. I think we already gave all the needed terms for them to use in solving problem. But wait, how about this one? In real situation, speed is not constant. Sometimes, the first hour is faster than the next 2 hours, then the next hour, or slower than the previous hour. So how we are going to solve for the speed?
That is also called a formula for average speed. That will be average speed is equal to the total distance divided by the total time.
Definitely. So, let us now further study and analyze it in our discussion. Teacher Wilma, how are we going to visualize our lesson so that learners can follow us?
Okay, Teacher Art, in calculating the speed, let's have this example. Teacher Doris rides her bike 3 kilometers in 15 minutes. What is her speed in kilometers per hour?
That is easy, Teacher Wilma. Using the formula speed equals to distance divided by time. So we have 3 kilometers for the distance, divide 15 minutes for time. But before we compute or before we divide, we are going to change or convert the 15 minutes into hours so that yung unit of measurement na ginamit dun sa speed is magkatulad na. So,
Yes po.
15 minutes is equal to 0.25 hour. Then, we can now proceed to the division. So, we have 3 divide 0.25 is equal to 12 kilometers per hour.
And so, yes, Teacher Art, very impressive and mind-blowing. So, for more details, let's give our pupils another example using average speed. So, is it okay for you, Teacher Art?
Yes.
Okay, sige. The car travels from the departure area with a speed of 40 kilometers per hour for the first hour. And the next 2 hours, her or his speed increased to 60 kilometers per hour. In the last hour of his travel at the speed of 50 kilometers per hour, what was his speed or average speed until he get or finish his travel?
Okay, Teacher Wilma. To find the average speed of a car in a problem, we use the formula average speed equals total distance traveled divided by time. Okay. So what is being asked? The average speed. And what are given? First, 1 hour traveling 40 speed with a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So meron na siyang 40 kilometers dun sa first at may isang oras. The next is 2 hours with a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. So meron ng 3 hours kasi 1 plus 2 hours we have 3. And yung 2 hours na 60 kilometers per hour, meron siyang 120 kilometers.
Yes.
So plus natin yung 40 na nauna, so meron na siyang 160 kilometers. So the next given is 1 hour with 50 kilometers per hour, yung bilis naman. So meron na siyang another 1 hour, so magiging ilang oras niya? 4 na oras na.
4 hours.
Plus, yung 50 kilometers na idadagdag naman natin dun sa 160 kilometers na na-cover na niya. So we have now the 210 kilometers distance ng travel niya. And sa loob ng 4 na oras. So we are going to divide 210 divide by 4 equals to 50.5 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
Yung kanyang speed.
Alright, kids.
Okay. So may isa pa, ma'am, ano? So,
Sige po.
sample natin itong isang para magkaroon pa tayo ng idea dun sa speed, siguro marami sa atin nakarating na din ng Maynila, at na-observe na natin na iba yung biyahe, iba yung oras ng biyahe mo kapag sa araw ka nagbiyahe at sa gabi.
Tama.
Sa pinakamabilis daw na travel ng bus from Manila to Dep, kung gabi ka aalis doon, abutin ka ng 7 hours. Mabilis yun.
Mabilis na yun, sir.
Sa pag-araw naman, 10 to 11 hours. So kung may ganung bilis, yung ganun katagal yung biyahe ng sasakyan ng bus, na 7 hours travel lang, sa 340 kilometers na distance, from Maynila to Dep, approximate. So lalabas na ang takbo niya o ang average speed is 48 to 50 kilometers per hour. Although yun yung range ng niya, yung speed, yung average, pero hindi ibig sabihin ay ganun siya. Pwedeng nag-40 lang yung takbo or pwedeng nag-80 o nag-100 dun sa walang mga tao.
Yeah.
So medyo tumatagal kasi sa traffic sa daanan.
Okay. So, again, kids, when we say speed, movement of an object from one place to another. Also, speed is a measurement of distance traveled. It's either fast or slow by an object in a unit of time. So again, The formula in finding the speed is S equals D divided by the T. So, Teacher Art, very much appreciated. Your explanations enlighten our mind with the different formula, techniques, and solution to be made to find an answer in every question. So, distance, speed, and average speed are discussed. But we have the last one. The last but not the least, time.
Yes, Teacher Wilma. Time is the measured or measurable period during which an action, process, or conditions exist or continues.
Okay, again, class. Time is the measured or measurable period during which an action, process, or condition exists or continues. And to find the time, it is the quotient of distance and speed.
Yes, Teacher Wilma. The formula in finding the time is T is equals to D divided by S.
Okay, again, class. Time is equal to the distance divided by the speed. So let's have an example, Teacher Art, so that our pupils know how to use the formula to make sure it's more clear and understandable for everyone. Okay, we have a bus has an average speed of 65 kilometers per hour. It traveled a distance 455 kilometers. So how long did the bus travel?
Okay, Teacher Wilma. I love sharing an example, So, using the Gonza again, what is being asked? How long did the bus travel? And what are given? The 65 kilometers per hour, which is the speed, and the 455 kilometers distance traveled. So, ano yung nawawala natin dun, Teacher Wilma, is the time. So,
right.
again, this time, formula for time is T is equals to D divided by S. So, we have the D or the distance, which is 455 kilometers divided by S, the speed of 65 kilometers per hour. So, we have 7. So, 455 divided by 65 is 7. So, the answer is 7 hours. Am I correct, Teacher Wilma?
Yes, Teacher Art. So that is very interesting. Now, it's my turn. I want to give an example. Okay. Jane drives at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour on a distance of 150 kilometers. So, how long does it take her to cover this distance? So, using the same formula, time is equal to distance divided by the speed. So, 150 kilometers divided by 60 kilometers per hour is equal to 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, very simple, isn't it, Teacher Art?
Yes.
So, do you have any example?
Yes, very easy, ma'am. So, to make it more understandable, Teacher Wilma, I will give another sample. It is Sunday afternoon. You are going to attend the Mass at 4 p.m. Your house is 300 meters away from the church. If you are going to walk to the church at the speed of 2 meters per second, how long will it take you to arrive there? What time are you going to leave from your house? Using the formula, time is equals to distance divided by speed. So we have the distance 300 meters divided by 2 from the speed na 2 meters per second. So we have 150 seconds or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Another example, para mas malinaw, mas maan natin. Naalala nyo, ma'am, yung huling report ni Mang Tani ng Monday, April 19, base dun sa forecast ng DOST ng 8 o'clock, ang sabi, nasa east ng Daet Camarines Norte, 360 meters daw si Bising. Bising ba yun? Typhoon Bising.
Typhoon
So,
Bising.
ang speed ni Bising, yung movement naman ni Bising is going up, ano. Pero kung sakali na si Bising ay nagpunta ng west sa movement sa speed na 15 kilometers per hour at sa distance na 360 kilometers from the east, so ibig sabihin sa loob ng 24 hours maglalandfall pala si Bising sa Daet, ano. So ang 24 hours after ng 8 o'clock na forecast, so another 8 o'clock, ibig sabihin Tuesday pala, sana nandito si Bising sa atin, ano.
Hindi
So,
sana tayo dito.
Actually, hindi sana, ano. Pero alam nyo, hindi naman daw kasi, science na tayo, ha. Hindi naman lahat ng bago. Walang perfecto, di ba? Sabi, walang perfectong maganda, walang perfectong pangit. Yung bagyo, kung yung bagyo, pangit, kung titignan agad, di ba? Ang daming sira, ang daming disgrasya. Pero may maganda. Kasi kapag bumabagyo daw sa isang lugar sa natin, nalilinis niya yung hangin. So baka yung COVID-19 mawala dito sa atin. O diba? So yun yung positive na nakita natin. Ano?
But wait, sir. May I interrupt the discussion first? I got a text message and I would like to share this with you. He said, nakikinig po ako sa inyo ngayon, sir, madam, and nakaka-enjoy po ang boses nyo. And gusto nyo lang linawin na they said that speed is a refers to how fast an object is, kung gaano kabilis, 'di ba, Ma'am Wilma? Yes. At ang sabi niya, ang average speed is a measure of the distance traveled in a given period, and it is sometimes referred to as the ratio of distance and time. Wow, nakikinig tong estudyante natin to. At last, distance is the amount of space between the two objects or the state of being far apart. Wow, very active itong student natin to.
Yes, very good.
And I'm sure, hindi pa nga siya natatapos punong-puno na sila ng kaalaman ngayon base sa sa inyong discussion. Huwag po kayong aalis, magbabalik po kami after these friendly reminders.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Anak, mukhang nag-e-enjoy ka sa paglalaro mo Tapos mo na ba ang iyong module?
Hindi pa po, inay. Mamaya na lang po.
Alam mo bang ang pagpapaliban ng gawain ay nagiging sanhi upang hindi mo ito magawa ng maayos o tuloy di mo na ito matapos?
Okay po, inay. Pero, pwede mo po ba akong turuan ulit?
Oo naman, anak. Kahit anong subject pa yan, kakayanin natin.
Paalala sa mga magulang, mahalaga ang inyong wastong paggabay sa bawat aralin. Pag-ukulan ng panahon upang lubusang maunawaan ng ating mga anak.
And so we're back and you're still listening to our Paaralan Sa Radyo Mathematics 6 here at DWEN-FM 100.5 Cool Radio. And before we go back to the discussion, to our listeners and viewers, don't forget this, you may interact with our discussion by sharing your ideas and answering questions through the comment box in our Facebook Live, which is Paaralan Sa Radyo, Dep Ed Camarines Norte, or you may also send your messages through Facebook Messenger or through our SMS via mobile phone number. So I guess it's clear now. Can we proceed, Teacher Wilma and Sir Art?
Okay, we're back. Again, I am Teacher Wilma.
And I'm Teacher Art. Welcome back.
So congratulations, we're almost done the discussion. Let us do some learning activities. So Teacher Art, let's have a game. We will call this game Calculate Me.
Wow, I'm excited, Teacher Wilma. Let's start it.
Okay, remember my dear students, no worries. We have a lot of examples, so just listen and be attentive. Alright? Another example. So the distance is 150 kilometers and the time is 3 hours. So what do you think is the missing term, Teacher Art?
Well, distance and time are given in this situation. So, the missing is speed. Therefore, to solve for the speed, the formula that we're going to use is speed is equal to distance divided by time. If distance is 150 kilometers, divide by the time, which is 3 hours, so 150 divided by 3 is 50. So the speed is 50 kilometers per hour. Am I right, Teacher Wilma?
You're right, Teacher Art. So, let's try this one. The speed is 40 kilometers per hour and the time is 5 hours. So, what do you think is not present?
Okay. If speed and time are given, of course, the distance is missing. So, I need to find the distance, and to solve for the distance, using the formula, distance is equal to speed times time, the given, and if the speed is 40 kilometers per hour, then multiplied by time, which is 5 hours, therefore we have 40 times 5 is equal to 200 kilometers.
Okay, very good. So, are there students? Did you get the same answer? So, Teacher Art, here's another example. So, the average speed of 20 kilometers per hour, so the distance is 100 kilometers.
The answer must be 5 hours. 5 hours. Why? Simply divide 100 by 20. So we have 5.
Thank you. That is so very easy. So, I hope you're listening, our dear students. I hope you are still enjoying while listening to our discussion. So, Teacher Art, how do we apply or use this average rate or speed in our daily life?
Well, all of these terms can be applied in our daily life. But first, let us know the meaning of the following terms of words. Routine problem. What is routine problem, Teacher Wilma?
So, well, when we say routine problem, it involves using at least one of the 4 arithmetic operations. So, what are those arithmetic operations? So, we have 4 basic operations: the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and the division. So, it needs a specific strategy to answer a certain problem. So, how about the non-routine problem? It is any complex problem that requires some degree of creativity or originality to solve.
Again, kids, routine problem is involved using at least one of the 4 arithmetic operations. It needs a specific strategy to answer a certain problem, while non-routine problem is any complex problem that requires some degree of creativity or originality to solve.
Yes. So, Teacher Art, are you familiar with the word Agonsa steps? So, as I remember, Agonsa steps is a strategy in solving word problem guided by the following questions. So, A stands for ask. So, what is asked in the problem? So, G stands for given. So, it asks for what are the given facts. Then, O stands for operations, which means what operation are we going to use or needed to solve the problem. And then we have N for number sentence. It also asks the question, what is the number sentence? And then the S for solution. So, what is the expected solution we are going to use to solve the problem? And then, the last is A. It stands for answer. So, what is the final answer?
So, let us start solving problem using Agonsa steps. Let's take this one. Arvin stopped at a gasoline station to refuel his car with 12 liters of gasoline. Then he traveled 84 kilometers in 1.5 hours. How many kilometers were traveled per liter of gasoline consumed. How far did the car travel per hour in 1.5 hour?
Okay, Teacher Art, some common rates are given in the problem, like distance traveled, per liter consumed, and the distance traveled per hour. So the word per means for every.
Yes.
Okay, ay bawat.
Yes, Teacher Wilma. The word per means every, or in Tagalog sa bawat. No, the first letter in acronym Agonsa, A, referring to what is asked in the problem. The distance traveled per liter.
So again, the distance traveled per liter is the questions being asked in the problem. So how about the letter G, which mean which is the given in the problem? So what are the given in the problem, Teacher Art?
The given in the problem are the distance, which is 84 kilometer, the 12 liters of gasoline, and the time, which is 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. So what is missing?
The missing in the problem is the rate per liter and the distance speed. So what is the operation to be used? Since the unknown is both rate and speed, we are going to use the division. And if the missing is distance, we are going to use multiplication.
Yes, you are correct, Teacher Wilma. So, let us visualize the solution. The distance traveled per liter consumed is rate. Rate is equals to distance traveled divided by the number of liters consumed. So, rate is equal to the distance traveled, which is 84 kilometers, divided by the number of liters consumed, which is 12 liters. Therefore, the answer, rate, is equal to 7 kilometers per liter. How about the average speed, Teacher Wilma?
Okay. When we say average speed, it is equal to the total distance traveled divided by the time. So to find the average speed of the car in the problem, we use this formula. Average speed is equal to distance divided by time. So, 84 kilometers divided by 1.5 hours is equal to 56 kilometers per hour. So, the average speed of the car is 56 kilometers per hour.
Oh, ang galing talaga ni Teacher Wilma, no? Walang calculator yun. So again, average speed is distance divided by time. So 84 divided by 1.5 is 56 or 56 kilometers per hour. Let's try another one. Okay, a car traveled at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour for 4 hours. How far it traveled? So using the agonsa, A for what is asked, how far does it travel? Pag sinabi ng how far, refers to distance. By the way, what are given, Teacher Wilma?
So, the given here are the speed, which is 100 kilometers per hour, and the time, which is 4 hours. So, we are done answering what is asked and what are given. So, let's proceed to O from the agonsa, which is the operation that we are going to use. So, Teacher Art, the operation we're going to use is multiplication?
Definitely yes. Because you are looking for distance, which is the formula is distance equals to speed times time. So, we have 100 kilometers per hour, the speed, times 4 hours, the time, equals to 400 kilometers.
Yes. So, thank you very much, Teacher Arts. So, as I experienced, I thought before, when I was in elementary time, studying of mathematics is a punishment. I have a question in my mind. Why should I study that? Why should I study mathematics? That makes me crazy by solving those problems and numbers. But Now, I was wrong. No? Mathematics is everywhere in every second of our life. But because of using techniques and another strategies, you can find the another or exact answer. So, siguro, in solving a problem, maaari tayong gumamit ng iba't ibang pamamaraan kung paano tayo mapapadali at makukuha agad ang sagot. But remember, class, even we use different strategies or techniques, still the answer is only one. Ha?
So, absolutely, Teacher Wilma. The same with solving the distance is equal to speed times the time. So, the speed is equals to distance divided by time, and the time is equal to distance divided by the speed.
Okay? So, let's have another example for better understanding to our lesson. So, I have here, an express train travels 1,500 kilometers in 3 hours. So, how fast does it travel? So, Teacher Art, the hint or clue term or phrase is how fast. So, how fast is referring to the speed, isn't it?
Yes, it is correct. So, how fast means speed. So, the formula for speed is speed is equals to distance divided by time. So, we have there a given of 1,500 kilometers, which is the distance, and 3 hours for time. So, 1,500 divided by 3 is equals to 500 kilometers per hour.
Okay, very good. So, let me read our last problem. So, Erica cycles at 2 kilometers per hour and covers 15 kilometers. So, how long does it take to reach 15 kilometers? In this situation, it was mentioned the phrase how long. So, remember Teacher Art, the meaning of phrase how long.
Yes. So, how long refers to time. So, meaning, time is equal to distance divided by the speed. So, if our distance is 15 kilometers divided by the speed of 2 kilometers per hour, so the quotient is 7.5 hours or 7 hours, which means Erica took 7.5 hours to travel 15 kilometers distance at a speed of 2 kilometers per hour.
Okay, there you have it, Teacher Art. It's been a great day. I hope they learn a lot from our lesson today. And to sum it up, calculating the distance, speed, and time, just remember our keywords or phrase. When we say how long, it refers to time. When we say how far, this refers to the distance. And how fast, this refers to the speed.
Yes, Teacher Wilma. Let us review. Distance is equal to speed times time. The speed is equals to distance divided by time. And the time is equal to distance divided by speed. So, mayroon lang akong isang paraan kasi pinakamahirap kasi talaga magkabisa ng formula. Na only tip lang natin doon sa mga students natin para madali nating matandaan yung basic formula ang dapat muna nating aralin, kabisahin.
Okay, another technique.
Naalala ba natin yung Tecan or triangle? No? So, imagine natin, mayroon tayong triangle. Then, maglagay tayo ng guhit horizontal. Then, sa taas, lagay natin yung letter D, which is the distance. The lower right, yung time. Then, the left
side
corner naman is yung S. So, kapag hahanapin natin yung D or yung distance, so, magpumultiply ka ng dalawa, yung S and T, which is the speed and the time. Kapag ang hahanapin mo naman or yung missing is yung speed, i-divide mo yung distance na nasa taas by T or the time. So, ganun din doon sa time. So, isa pang paraan, yung basic kasi natin formula yung distance equals to speed times time. So, pwede rin through cancellation. Yung kung ang hahanapin mo ay time, so divide both side by speed. So, makakancel mo yung speed, ang matitira is time. Sa kabila naman, distance divide by speed. So, kung ang hanapin mo naman is yung speed, divide by time, both side. So, mawawala yung time, makakancel. Then, sa kabila, magkakaroon ng divide by time. So, yun lang yung basic na kailangan yung tandaan. Makaka-create ka na ng formula.
Okay. Wow, that's very great and exciting journey for us, Teacher Art. So, am I right, kids? So now, you've accomplished an amazing job for today. We're grateful that you've listened closely as well as participated attentively with the different activities such as defining and illustrating, calculate speed, distance, and time. So solving problems involving average rate and speed. So please, remember, continue to learn more about it.
Yes, kids, don't stop exploring new knowledge learnings. Congratulations, everyone.
Okay, I am Teacher Wilma Isabanes of Dep Ed Elementary School.
And I'm Teacher Art of UP Teachers Village Elementary School.
Remember,
mathematics may not teach us how to add love or minus hate,
but it gives us everyday reason to hope that every problem has a solution.
Wow, excellent. Thank you, Sir Arthur and Mom Wilma, for the comprehensive discussion. It's all about, for the comprehensive discussion about calculated speed, distance, and time. Your insights regarding today's topic will be a great help to our learners as they answer their learning activity sheet in Mathematics 6. But before we end our program, we are going to read some questions posted in the comment section after this friendly reminder.
Reminders in using the module. Since we will not be adopting the normal classroom instructions, we are providing you self-directed learning modules. This will serve as the learning material in which your skills will be continuously developed. Be guided by the following reminders in using your module. Number 1, use the module carefully. Do not write anything or put marks on any part of the learning material. Write your answers in your notebook or answer sheet. Number 2, do not forget to answer the first activity before going to the next. Number 3, read first the instructions before doing the given activity. Number 4, observe honesty in accomplishing the activities and in checking the answers. Number 5, finish the activities part by part. Do not jump into the next without completing the preceding part. Number 6, just in case you find difficulty in understanding a certain idea or in answering the exercises, do not hesitate to seek the assistance of your teacher using your gadget if you have. You can also ask the guidance of your parents, elder siblings, or anyone else in the family who can help you. Remember that there is always somebody to help you. We are hoping that your module will give you a productive and fruitful experience, an experience of acquiring the knowledge and skills towards lifelong learning. Yes, of course, you can do it.
We're back. Time check. It's 2:53 in the afternoon. You are still listening to our live broadcast of Schools Division of Camarines Norte, Paaralan Sa Radyo. As I promised, we are going to answer some questions from our listeners and viewers via our Facebook comment. So, here are the first question. Okay. Gaano po kaimportante ang units katulad ng kilometer, seconds, meter, and the like from Linda Sanchez ng Daet. Sir.
Yes, Miss Linda. Parang relationship yan, kailangan may label. No? So, tinatanong ka, gaano kalayo, sir, yung Daet to Naga? Sasagutin mo ba siya ng 5 hours, sir? So, di ba, dapat present lagi. Hindi pwedeng mabago, lalo na kung minutes to hours, kailangan magkakaroon ng conversion. So, kailangan malinaw at laging nandun. Kasi baka mamaya, akala mo mahal ka.
Yung pala hindi.
Yung pala hindi.
Okay. Oh wow, so far nagpadala ang kanilang mga katanungan para sa learning episodes na ito. So, let me guess. I know our learners learned a lot in today's learning episode. Kaya po siguro wala na pong ibang katanungan. All right? Once again, thank you so much to our excellent radio teachers this afternoon, and congratulations for a job well done, Ma'am Wilma and Sir Arthur. That is the end of our live broadcast in today's learning episode. I hope that you will join us again tomorrow, next week, same time, this afternoon, same radio station here at DWEN-FM 100.5 Cool Radio. Once again, this is your host, Teacher Emily from Dugungan Elementary School, together with our technician here, Sir Ronel from Anita V. Romero, and of course, sa Paaralan Sa Radyo is made possible through the effort and support of our school's division superintendent, Ma'am Nympha Guemo, with the supervision of the education program supervisors. On behalf of our school's division superintendent, Ma'am Nympha Guemo, I would like to thank this radio station, DWEN-FM 100.5 Cool Radio, for supporting our Paaralan Sa Radyo. Be safe and have a fruitful day ahead. Till next time, goodbye!